Alright, good afternoon everyone. I want to do a quick video right now about the next thing in the properties of the TV trades. Now, I'm Michael, I'm the one who created all this stuff, and I'm more than likely the one you're going to be dealing with if you have any problems. If you do have problems, email support@targetviewtrades.com. Support@targetviewtrades.com. Okay? Now, the next thing on my list of things to go through, first, if this chart has nothing on it, it's an ES. This is a 30-minute, but I'm going to change it to a 7 range. Alright, it's an ES 7 range chart. Okay, and I'm just going to throw the TV trades on here. To access the TV trades, you go to indicators, you go to invite only, click one time on TV trades. You do that, it's going to pop up here, and this is a 7 range. I'm not at the end. Okay, so I'll go all the way to the end, and you see all the buying opportunities that it showed today. Now, this is the all-time high right now on the ES. So we've hit the all-time high, and we don't have any more targets above that. That's why it's only displaying 2. So right now, the thing that I want to show you right now is a pretty quick thing. I'll probably do a couple things at once because right now, the last videos that I did, I went through this, and this separately. The buy slow was my longest one. We can do the number of targets. Now this is really simple. By default, it shows 3 targets. You can see right here it's only showing 2 because there are only 2. If you happen to be in position like when it was up here, where there were no more targets, like this is the all-time high, right? When it was up here, when there were no more targets, it's just going to show a little black dot. You're not going to have anything. It's not going to show a single thing. All right, just letting you know that. When there are no targets, it's not going to show anything. When there's just a limited number of targets, it's going to show what it can find. But let's just put the shorts on so you can see more what I'm talking about, okay? The shorts have plenty of targets on the downside. By default, you're going to have 3 targets when you turn the indicator on. Okay, you turn this on, you're going to have 3 targets by default. You can bump that up if you want to 5, and you can have 5 targets, or you can bump it down to just 1 if you only want to see the nearest target. Now, the nearest target is the target that is used for the risk reward. To calculate this risk reward, if you put that in here, the risk reward right here is 2.3 to 1. That means for every $2.3 you're risking, for every $2.3, for every $1 you're risking, you have a 2.3 reward potential. Okay, it's basically if you hover over these little eyes after each one, it explains what everything is. But the risk reward, I already did a video about this, but it's basically the difference between the entry and the stop, and it's the difference between the entry and the first target divided by the entry and the stop. You want that number to be 1 or greater. All right, 1 or greater is usually a better trade. It's a better risk-reward ratio anyway. But that's not what this is about. This is about the number of targets that you're going to show. All right, so the first target that it's going to show, it's based upon these pivots. Okay, it's looking back to see where the pivots are, and that's where it's getting its target number from. Okay, you can put the pivots on if you want to. You don't have to have them on. It does it all for you. You can also put the target lines on if you want to. Right now, all right, it'll put all the target lines on there for you. And I'm only showing 1 target, so it's only got 1 line. I was just saying, where's the rest of the lines? If you have more, if you have more targets, it'll show more lines. Okay. Yeah, that is pretty much it. That's for the targets. Now, because this is such a short video and it's just the targets, it's a pretty simple thing to talk about. I'm going to talk about the display warning. That's the next thing in the list. And yeah, I'll do these 2 right here, the display warning. The display warning is a thing that pops up when you're about to get a trade. Now, if you have your alerts on, it is going to give you, let me show you, if you shut that off, and if you have your alerts on, it's going to give you a possible sell soon, possible buy soon, this kind of message right here. Okay, if you happen to have that chart up and running, let's do Intel right now. Okay, if you happen to have that chart up and running, it's going to display a little label like that. This is possible long soon. All right, and you can determine, you determine whether you want that to display or not. Some people don't like it to be there. If you want to make it go away, just uncheck that box and it'll go away. Okay, like that. And it's up to you. If you have your alert set which is a whole other video I'm going to do. But if you have your alert set, it's going to give you a log over here. And if you wanted it to, I mean, you can set it so it does everything for you. Like the alerts themselves, like this particular alert, any alert, we're just going here to any alert. You have a bunch of different ways that you can have it notify you in the app. You can have it send a pop-up, send an email, a webhook, play a sound, send a text message to an alternative email. Those are all different ways that you can have it notify you that it's there. But this is just to let you know. It's going to give you the warning, a visible warning right there. And if you have any alert set, if you don't choose anything in here, if you undo all these notifications, then you're not going to have any of those things, but it's always going to give you an alert log over here. Okay, so I would recommend setting the alerts. That's a whole other video, but that's what this is for. All right, if you want to have that pop up on your screen, then just leave it alone. By default, it is on. If you don't want it popping up, just uncheck it and it'll go away. All right, that's it for this video. This video was about the number of targets and display warning alert.